Good morning, Starseeds. This is Dr. Gail. I'm a starseed healer and now living in Mount Shasta. And this is Shasta Time. I wanted to talk about a little bit about living here. I am from the South, but this is probably the most easygoing place I've ever lived. And Shasta Time is very familiar to everybody around here that the stores might be open when they want to be open, and they might be closed when they want to be closed. I have run into this many times. I, in fact, was trying to go into one of the crystal shops. I bet I've ridden by or walked by it at least 6 or 7 times and it's never open. I made it one day when it was open and I saw something I wanted. I wanted to go back and get it. It's not been open since. I'm not sure when they open. I mean, they do have hours that they set out, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be open. Also, I went into another crystal store yesterday, and you have to, I think the person must live there, because you have to ring the doorbell or call them and they will come open the door. It stays locked all the time. So anyway, this is something new for me. I went for the first time. I haven't been to a laundromat in years. And so I went to the laundromat and I looked around to see what it was going to be like to wash the clothes there. Came back the next day, it was closed. It was a Wednesday. It was closed. So this is something I'm having to get used to, and apparently it is very common here. You don't know when a restaurant's going to be open, if it's locally owned. They might be closed, it might be open. You just have to be prepared for not going there, or because you don't know. Even if you call, you really don't know. So anyway, I'm getting very used to it. It's kind of comical right now how you have to be so relaxed. It's forcing me to relax, which is good for me, because I'm usually one of those that are on a time schedule. You know, this, and this, and you can't be on that kind of time schedule here. You can't even count on your local coffee shop being open when you need your coffee. Thank goodness I did go back to drinking coffee on my trip here, and I'm having to ease back off of that now. Also, but the bakeries here, there's bakeries everywhere. Some of them look like just little mom and pop. I mean, some of them are just drive-through coffee places. But let me show you the quiche. I've been eating too many of these. This quiche is locally, I mean, this is like a drive-through coffee place that I picked this up. This Spanish quiche, and they're delicious. And bakeries are everywhere. I mean, they're like little corners of places, but they're homemade bakeries, homemade goods, breads, everything here. They are all over the place, just like the crystal places are here. And the coffee shops are really good here too. So anyway, also want to talk a little bit about my animals, Dirty Harriet and Jezebel. Dirty Harriet got into the attic here, which she's now white, black, and gray. She had a big old time in the attic, so she's now a little different colors. It will wear off. I'll put a chair up in front of that door now. I'm looking down on my list of the things I'm going to tell you about on Mount Shasta. Oh, also, when you go to the grocery store, you be sure you check your dates, because I got some almond butter the other day, and I couldn't even move it. I opened it and couldn't stir it, I mean, it didn't even move. And then I looked at the date of it, and it was like 2 months out of date. So no telling how long it had been on that shelf, but I've never had that situation before where I couldn't even move the butter or the peanut butter or the almond butter, but it wouldn't move. So also, I wanted to give you a tip on looking for apartments. I own rental properties, so I already knew this, that rental companies keep specific places to rent, like under the counter, that they don't advertise it. They wait to see or feel the person that comes in. And so I decided to start visiting the real estate companies. And sure enough, I went in one of them, and they had like 3 places that they were not advertising. And hopefully one of those will come through for me, but there's a whole process you have to go through. You have to go through an open house where everybody who's putting an application comes and looks at that apartment, and it's a really slow process. which I'm not surprised because it is word of mouth and locals, and they need to protect their property. But that's a tidbit for people who are looking for a place. Don't just sit online looking at it. Dress up, present yourself well, and walk into these rental companies, and you'll get a lot further because there's a lot they're not advertising. And let's see if I've missed anything else. Such an important thing, especially people who have kind of frizzy hair like I do. I'm not dealing with that as much here. South Carolina, North Carolina, my hair is just frizz, 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 frizz. It's not as frizzy here. Oh, I'm not even sure how to handle my hair anymore. And that is great. So anyway, those are my things about Mount Shasta and living here on the West Coast. And I'm sure I'm going to have a lot more adventures to tell you about. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. My name is Dr. Gail. I'm a starseed healer, and bye-bye.